Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the channel. And today we are doing a very special vlog, and we are actually headed out all day to Joshua Tree, where we are going to take the KTM 500 Exc-F and go explore some off-road trails. So this year we're getting back to basics, y'all. We're going riding. We're going to spend the entire day just exploring dirt roads and trails up in Joshua Tree. So it is pretty early in the morning right now. I think it's about 6:30. The sun is just starting to shine here in Orange County, California. Going to pick up my motorcycle right now. We're going to throw it in the back of the Tundra, and then we are going to start about a 2-hour commute to go off-roading. So come with us. Let's go. Let's do this. Okay, the bike is loaded up in the back, as you can see right there. So the truck that I'm in right now, I have a brand new 2025 Toyota Tundra Platinum, and this thing is incredible. We're going to be doing a video all about this truck and the new features later on in the channel. But today we are heading out to Joshua Tree, so the sun is just starting to come up. It is absolutely gorgeous. Last night when I was packing everything up, I actually misplaced the cord that connects my camera to the shotgun mic, so I had to order one on Amazon and was able to get it as an overnight delivery, and it got dropped off at one of those Amazon lockers. And so actually on my way right now to pick up the cord so that you guys can have some better audio for this entire trip. So we're gonna go pick up the cord from the Amazon lockers, probably hit a coffee shop on the way, and then we have about a 2-hour commute, basically just all freeway to get out to Joshua Tree area. And yeah, I'm really excited to just ride the KTM 500 more. I got the bike early last year, and kind of slowly got back into it. One of the things that has honestly prevented me from doing more riding on the KTM than I would have liked is just kind of where we're at. Let me talk about the geography a little bit. So right now, most of you guys that have followed the channel probably know we're in Orange County, California, and while it is beautiful, while we're a couple miles away from the beach, there's honestly not a lot of great riding in our immediate area. There's like a couple mountain hill kind of areas. San Diego Peak is a big one, but there were some fires there earlier in 2024 that actually shut down a lot of the off-road riding at San Diego, and so that took away literally the only place that was close for us to go riding. But really, if you want to get out into the California desert and you live in Orange County, you're commuting a little bit. So all that to be said, I haven't done as much riding on this motorcycle as I would have wanted to. That's a little bit about this trip. Hope it's smooth sailing all the way there. I'm gonna eat some breakfast, bite these little bars, drink some hydration, and crush out an 1.5-hour commute. Alright guys, well, we are here at the Walmart parking lot. Got the bike unloaded, Eddie's ready. We're gonna go hit some trails up in Joshua Tree and see what kind of trouble we can get in today. Come with us, let's do it. So yeah, as I mentioned, guys, this is my first time exploring the Joshua Tree area. So this is actually, we are in Yucca Valley right now, and really this was all my buddy Eddie just leading me onto some paths that he had recently explored about a month prior. And so for the first part of the ride, we were actually going in Yucca Valley. It's kind of right on the border of Joshua Tree, but we didn't technically enter into the national park. So this area is completely, it's still mildly maintained. You can see like there's some hard packed dirt in here, but we actually did get into some deep sandy areas, which was really cool. And this type of riding to me is some of the most enjoyable riding that I have when I'm going off-road. So these are going to be like large, windy, sweeping roads that you can really open up the motorcycle and get to feel what the bike feels like when you're just going really, really fast. And while technical slow riding does have its place in the off-road community, for me, this is some of the most enjoyable rides. And so we actually headed up to a peak area in the middle of the high desert where it actually overlooks all of the Coachella Valley. And the views once we get up here are absolutely incredible. And this is just, to me, such a memorable, amazing ride. Is it just super deep? Hold on, let me get a rock. Dude, this is crazy.
Yeah, dude. The whole fucking Coachella Valley.
Wow. Bike's holding up so far. Should be. I feel like it's made for this.
Yeah.
So after we stopped at the peak, we went to basically just go explore through a lot of these trails, and these things go for miles and miles and miles, and we are literally out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, there is not a sound around, there's no people at all. We didn't see any wildlife, but we did see a lot of signs that there is wildlife around. And this to me is absolutely incredible that this is less than 2 hours away for a lot of the people in Southern California. As you can see here, you can move at a pretty good clip. And so for me, a lot of the motorcycle time that we had out here, I was in like 4th and 5th gear. And you can see that the dirt is just, it's packed enough to where you can really open the bike up. The weather is absolutely perfect today. It is 60 degrees and sunny out. So this is, yeah, one of the most memorable trips. And for me, you know, this is a trip that I really started to understand a lot of the capabilities of the KTM 500, what it's capable of, start to understand the power band, the gearing, a lot of those things. So 10 out of 10 would absolutely recommend coming into some of these trails out here in the Yucca Valley area. And I'm excited to go see even what's to come in Joshua Tree later in the day today. Alright guys, well we just hopped off the bikes. We had a breakfast lunch at this Crossroads Cafe place. Now I have an entire stomach full. Sorry if the audio is super loud. Stomach full of food, and we're going to hop back on the bikes. We're going to go explore some of Joshua Tree proper. Alright guys, well, interesting, we were riding along and my GoPro actually fell off of my helmet. I was able to catch it like mid-ride, and so we just pulled over. We're in the middle of Joshua Tree, and I checked the GoPro and everything's good, it's still working, but unfortunately it is completely out of batteries, and I forgot all of my batteries back in the truck, which is 15 miles down the road. So for the rest of this vlog, you're going to get some point and shoot stuff from my phone, and we're going to continue on journeying through Joshua Tree. Let's do it. All right, so we stopped off here in the middle of Joshua Tree, and as you can see, there's just nothing around us. It's been a super nice day on KTM 500. Eddie is in a lot more comfort on the Pan America, but this KTM is super capable off-road. I love getting to open it up on these just long, kind of windy off-road roads where I can be in like 4th and 5th gear, just completely pinned, seeing, you know, how this bike can, not just how much top speed and torque it has, but also just the ability it has to be able to maneuver both hard packed dirt as well as deep sand, and it just does it so well. So we're having a ton of fun out here. No, you're good. I'm gonna cruise. All right, guys, well, that is the end of a trip. We are officially back in the Walmart parking lot. We got the bike all loaded up, so you can see it. We got the bike all loaded up. Yeah, that was a little bit longer of a ride today than I anticipated. You can see, like, even my face is just all completely thrashed from the wind. It ended up not being so dusty that I wasn't able to just get away with my sunglasses, did not have to use my goggles, so that is always a plus. But yeah, today was absolutely fantastic riding. We did about 100 miles off-road between Joshua Tree proper and then some areas just outside of Joshua Tree out in Yucca Valley. A lot of the trails were long sweeping turns where you could really open up the bike, and was really just so much fun. And I feel like today, more than anything else, I feel like I kind of bonded with the KTM 500. And this is something that a motorcycle rider can probably relate to. Is I don't know, to me there's not like a set defined time of like how many miles you have to ride before you actually bond with a motorcycle, or how long you have to own it. But for me, like, there are always these like really special rides that I feel like, okay, now I really understand this bike. I know the gearing, I feel comfortable on it. It kind of feels like an extension of me. And really, before that, it's not that I'm not good at riding the motorcycles, it's just that it just doesn't really feel like mine. And so throughout all of the different bikes that I've owned over the years, like, that has always happened. I know had a 2019 Harley Davidson Road King, and we took a trip one Memorial Day weekend out to Moab, Utah. And that was the trip for me on the Road King that I really felt like on the other side of that trip that I really understood the bike. It really felt like my own, and I kind of bonded with it. And so today, it's funny, like, while we were riding in the middle of the day, and we probably spent about 8 hours riding today, I really felt like, okay, I understand this KTM. I understand the power band. I feel really comfortable on it, and it feels like my bike. This bike it's still relatively new, so even though we put about 100 miles of off-road riding today, which for me feels like a lot, my body is already a little bit sore. The bike only has like 215 total miles on it, but all of those miles have been off-road. Again, the bike has knobbies on it. It's really set up for off-road riding. That's why it's in the back of my truck, and I'm not riding at home. Eddie already took off, so he, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, he rode his Harley Davidson Pan America out here from Riverside, I believe, and so he's already headed back home. I'm about to hop in the truck and head back home. For me, I think it's like 110 miles or something like that. Map says it's about to take 2 hours, but that is good. Today was a really nice day of riding. I really hope you guys appreciated this vlog. It's a little bit different than some of the content that I've been putting out on this channel of recent, but it kind of feels like it's getting back to basics a little bit. This is what a lot of my earlier videos were. It wasn't really highly polished. It was kind of just we're going out on a ride and you guys are coming along for the journey. And so I have committed to doing an off-road ride like this about once a month, and really excited to take you guys along for the journey. But in addition to that, I have all of the different content that has become very popular on this channel of recent. We have tons of tech reviews coming up. I have a review of this 2025 Toyota Tundra Platinum coming up. Tons of new stuff. We're going to do more travel videos, and so if you have liked this video, please give it a like, drop a comment down below. That helps us more than you know. If you want to stay tuned for future videos, drop a subscribe on this channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Till we meet again. Peace.